Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. My name is Wilfred.
I'm Amera.
And last week we spoke about how to get prepared and get into the market. Today we'll dive a bit deeper about the strategies on how to time the market. Truth is, it's really difficult and often unpredictable. Even nobody can really actually time perfectly the market. Nevertheless, there's some strategies that you can use to make a more informed decision. And so without further ado, let's dive right into strategy number one.
Awesome. So strategy number one is going to be to follow the market indicators. So this is going to include things like interest rates. We're going to include economic factors, and also taking into account the amount of supply versus demand that we have available to us. So when you look at interest rates, in this past kind of year, we've really seen what this can do and how big of an impact it can have. It's reducing purchasing power for buyers, which is putting downward pressure, especially on some of those higher price point homes. And then when you take a look at supply and demand, this also has been reflected, I think, quite significantly the past year, because we didn't see too dramatic of drops compared to what we may have seen in other parts of BC and Canada and other parts of the world. We did maintain quite well our home prices. So even though we fell into that buyer's market, still, of course, because interest rates did skyrocket so significantly, we've still been able to maintain okay home prices over the past year, and they are starting to go back up really, I would say, almost prematurely because of the demand that we have. Economic factors, so such as how much money is kind of flowing throughout the economy, where they have been able to maintain this by increasing prices. Recently, we saw this in inflation skyrocketing so high this past year. But when it kind of balances back down, it frees up some more income for people to be able to put that back into housing, which in turn will be able to increase the prices of homes. And do you want to talk a bit about strategy number two?
Yeah, so great points, Amera. And strategy number two will be to watch for cycles. There's different theories, but in this video, I'll talk about these four cycles. The first one will be the recovery, which is a stage where the real estate market is starting to bounce back from a downturn. Typically, is a good time to buy as prices are relatively low. So some people will argue, like myself, that in some areas right now, we are in that recovery. So I'm sure some of you have noticed that as well. The second sort of cycle would be the expansion. This is a stage where the real estate market is growing and prices are rising like a lot. Like, for example, 2001, 2002, it's a good time to sell as you can make, a lot of profit. The cycle number three will be hyper supply. This is what we've seen sort of 08, 09. Well, after that, in the States, it's a stage where the market is flooded with too many homes and prices stop to drop. It's a really, really good time to buy as you can get a great deal. So we don't really see that here in Greater Vancouver. It is supply still very, very low, as Amera mentioned. And the fourth cycle is the recession. This is a time where the market is experiencing a downturn. I would say that we were sort of there, and in some areas still there. It's a good time to wait as prices will likely continue to drop. So I think I would say, like, after April and May last year, that's when we saw when the interest rate started to rise so much. That's when the prices have started to decline. So by watching these cycles, you get a better idea of where the real estate market is at, and you can make a very good informed decision. And Amera, what's strategy number three?
So strategy number three, which, I'm sure same with you, Wilfred, that I would recommend to my clients, is kind of one that gets combined with everything. These are just three different ways that you can approach it, and you can use all three at the same time, which is, again, what I would recommend. The third is going to be to consult a real estate agent. So because we're seeing the market every single day, we're tracking what's going on, and we're really involved firsthand with the trends here. Once we know your needs and your restraints in your purchase or in your sale, we're able to kind of consult and incorporate all these different factors for you. So talking to a real estate professional would be the third strategy that we have here to share with you today.
Awesome. And obviously, Amera and myself, we're here to help all your own real estate professionals. There's different sort of professionals out there in, for example, appraisals and mortgage brokers as well, to get a more holistic view of the market. So in conclusion, timing the real estate market can be very challenging, but by following some of these strategies, like Amera mentioned, all together, you can make a more informed decision and put the best chances on your side. It is a long-term game. Long-term real estate has proven to rise a lot. And yeah, so that would be it for us on this video. Was there anything else you wanted to conclude on, Amera?
No, I don't think so. I think, it's a learning curve. It takes some time to figure out how to time the market. And like we've kind of always said, it's really more than just timing things based off of what's happening in the market. It's also understanding what your restraints are and what your timeline is, and really just finding you the best deal based off of your situation. So try not to stress about it too much. There's always going to be more opportunities out there. And we're more than happy to help you kind of get established and get set up and prepared for when that opportunity comes up.
And something that you mentioned earlier, that really was a good thing that I got out of, was when right now, when interest rates are high, it's a good opportunity for cash buyers. And because obviously prices are lower, and then when they get that cash, they don't need to finance the rest. So those are some of the key things to remember as well, again, depending on your situation. So thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you at the next one.
All right, bye guys.
Take care.